Yo guys, we are here at Revolution Bike Park. The guys at Revs have been very kind enough to come and let us ride here on the e-bikes. I'm joined by Nikki Whiles. How's it going, man?
Good, very good.
I have been speaking to Nikki over the last couple of weeks. I've been watching his Instagram videos and I've saw that he's a bit of a beast on the jumps, and I've got a bit of a confession to make. Whilst I can do some of the sort of tech stuff, which my trial skills will help me with, I am absolutely useless on jumps. So we've got Nikki here. We're going to hit some jumps here at Revs and he's going to give me some pointers and hopefully teach me how to jump. What do you reckon?
100% we'll get you jumping.
You reckon?
I don't believe you can't jump.
Well,
But
that's why everyone thinks that we are just lying when we say we can't jump, but like I say, I think I need to maybe undo some of my bad habits that I've learned on the trials bike and yeah, hit some jumps. I'm fairly confident we'll be able to get through some small ones, but hopefully
I'll get on the big ones as well.
no pressure.
I think tyre pressures are a big thing.
You go kind of harder when it comes to jump?
Yeah.
At least like 25 psi. I guess you just,
Yeah,
is that just because
at
you don't want it
least.
to basically deform when you're coming off
Yeah,
the curve?
you don't want your tyres sort of folding on.
Yeah.
So if your tyres are soft, it's just going to like upset your composure and balance as you're taking off.
And then I guess suspension is a big thing?
Suspension, yeah. Rebound, you don't want it too fast. So it's going to like buck you as you go off the lip.
Yeah.
And there's two little adjusters you look on the shock.
Do you reckon that feels right?
That feels pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want it super slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just finding like a happy medium. You don't want it like a pogo stick. So
Yeah.
I generally run my back a little bit slower than my front. I should be good at this. I have done a bit of coaching in the past.
Trying to do that. You nearly hit the tree with his back wheel there.
That's a beautiful transition. Nicely cemented as well, so it's not going to change shape. That's pretty good to me. You're pedaling pretty hard. But I noticed you cased that first one a little bit.
What's that?
You cased the first one a little bit, didn't you? Which probably upset you. And
Yeah, it's funny with jumps, like, it's so important to get everyone right, because as soon as you mess one up, you're like screwed for the rest of the life.
it's a mental thing as well.
Yeah,
Like,
try that again.
A little bit faster. Yeah. Ah, sick. That was sweet, isn't it? Sweet, that was.
I feel like whenever I hit a jump, I do like something different every time. I don't have like a sort of like go to like.
You haven't developed your style yet, have you?
Yeah.
One way to hit it.
That the wrong way.
That was an insult.
No, that's not. No.
Nah, it's true. I have like, I think obviously to be stylish is like good, but then it actually, by doing that, it almost like gives you your thing to kind of do over the jump, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it shows that you're like comfortable. I
Yeah.
think like when you're styling, it's more.
Yeah, if I could just, I'd love to be able to just do like the slightest like sort of tweaks like that. Just not this.
Good fun jumps, isn't it?
Yeah. So say that one is mellow,
Yeah.
which I'm kind of chill with because it's like, I don't know, it just seems to go a bit more naturally. And then you hit, I see that one and I suddenly see this like
Yeah, I did.
face. What's the difference between your approach to that one and that steep one down there?
Well, if anything, I think you've got to pull a little bit more off that one because it doesn't give you as much lift.
Yeah.
Whereas the next one, because it is a little bit more kicky, it helps you get the air. But I know what you mean about visually as you're approaching it, it's a bit more intimidating. But
in terms of like weight then, would you lean on any jump, would you be sort of more leaning back?
yeah, you're compressing at the base of the transition, and then as your front wheel is approaching the lip, you are leaning back and pulling on the bars. But it's getting that like nice arc and then dipping the front as you.
And then would you still feel you're still like doing a bunny hop?
Yeah, because you don't want to
Add it
keep leaning back.
And then you kind of like.
So obviously you're going to be penciling.
So kind of preload, lean back, and then as your back wheel gets to the top of the lip, almost do that little sort of
like
lifting.
you notice if you're watching slow motion at like your feet are like angled back on the takeoff.
Yeah.
And then you watch them like tilt forward as you're in the air. You're just aiming for that like nice arc.
Because when I look at that steep one, I'm just like, don't get bucked over the bars. Don't get bucked over the bars.
Although it looks intimidating, it's not. It doesn't buck you or anything.
Oh, that hold you to that. It's way too tense going over that way.
Way too tense.
Yeah.
You want to try and be relaxed if you can.
Yeah.
The stiffer you are,
Just
the worse it's going to be. And if you look at it from here, it's not actually steep at all.
Yeah, it's actually insane when you see it there.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Perfect. You even whipped that one up there. You missed that. No, that was good. Much better the first time, I'd say. Not as stiff. And he cleared it, so yeah, I think he'd be happy with that.
That was better, but
You whipped that one up there.
yeah, I almost feel like, I know it's not exactly a good whip, but I feel like just doing the slightest bit,
Yeah.
like keeps me like in the
It's
right
a bit more
shape or whatever.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Oop.
Man down. These pine needles are slippery, man. Nose heavy on that one.
Yeah.
Did that bother you at all? Or?
Landing on my nose doesn't stress me like too much. Is when it obviously gets past a certain level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt better on that one because I feel I actually like did what you're saying, like actually like kind of pulled up.
Yeah.
It's more in stages, whereas before I felt I was just kind of like, I'm just going at it kind of fast and it's just sending me however it sends me.
You're like sort of letting the jump do the work.
Yeah.
Rather than you thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try that again. That one felt pretty good.
It's good watching.
It's not going to win and whip off anytime soon.
It's good watching stuff back in slow mo.
I think like my weight's like too far. Do I need to almost like go lean further back, do you think?
Yeah, you are quite forward coming up the lip, I would say. Fairly forward there, you know.
Should we get you with a textbook one and I'll film it and see some comparison. I definitely feel like I'm too far forward, don't I?
Just a massive bunny hop, you know.
You know when you're not getting any target to like try and,
Yeah.
there's like nothing to go, you're just kind of aiming to go for like lead. I think that's why
Well,
I'm
shall I stand there then?
You up for hitting one and I'll film it?
Yeah, yeah. Try and get a bit of height. I pulled up quite hard, so I ended up landing a bit lower down than what I was expecting.
When you're in the air in a jump like this,
Yeah.
do you have any like techniques that, do you feel like your body shapes or your landing sort of angles dictated by the jump, or is there things that you can do within the air to kind of like straighten it back up?
You can almost tell if you're not going to clear a jump. By the time you get to the top of the lip, you almost know you're like, I'm not going fast enough. And quite often I pull harder.
Yeah.
I really like yank up off the lip, and I try and like tuck the bike up and even whip it slightly, just to try and like eke out that extra bit of distance.
Yeah, that's kind of like a bunny hop, I suppose, isn't it?
You
like
just
if we were
really trying to like muscle.
just keep your bike up higher for longer.
Yeah.
And then just get ready for the impact.
Yeah. And if you whip it out slightly, you are like making the bike a little bit shorter as well.
Should we try and tackle this one?
If you want,
the steeper one?
The one on the right.
Yeah.
When you look from up there, it looks like it's really intimidating lip.
Yeah, that's been quite a good, almost like the main takeaway from today, to learning today, is actually, I've never really gone down a jump line in like stages and actually looked at the jump.
Yeah.
And when you do see it like here, it doesn't look as intimidating as when you're like looking at it from up there and all you see is just like space.
That's super mellow.
Yeah.
If you look from over here, that's like... Right. Smooth as a dolphin's nose.
To the next jump, we're just going to slowly work our way down this line. And then maybe at the end link them all together. What would you call this one? Or how would you...
Hip jump, shark fin.
Shark fin, kind of somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between, no gap, like tabletop landing.
Yeah. What would any different tips compared to the regular jumps on this one?
Turning slightly to your left as you go off, but then when you land, you've got to be ready to veer to the right. So
yeah, it's quite a jump quite soon after it as well, isn't it?
yeah, So it's a bit of everything going on here, really. Challenge you done.
I think I prefer the hips to the straight jumps.
Oh yeah.
Feels a little bit more like something I do in my trials, but I just get carried away. Like I'm like, hit that one, I'm like, alright, may as well hit that one, and then I just like kept going. So we were on our way to the gap to check that out, but we forgot that there was this big hip before we get there, so we may as well just carry on tackling as we go down and try and tick this one off.
This one?
Yeah. It's a bit of a bigger beast than the last hip stroke whale tail we did, but
yeah,
it's my right way, so like I think
the takeoff is quite tall,
yeah,
but the landing's also stepped up, so it's a bit safer.
Funny how something can look big, and then when you see someone hit it, it like looks small.
Basically, you don't have to do anything. So you literally just ride off it.
Welsh trail jumping school. You don't have to do anything. Just do it. It's weird, like with that, I don't. The nose down doesn't stress me because I felt like I kind of knew I was nose heavy, and I knew I was like not nose heavy enough to have to stress about it.
Yeah.
It's when it's like past that certain stage, isn't it?
One of the worst feelings on a bike, that is, when you do a jump and you're coming in and you're thinking,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over the bars.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Brace for impact.
Do you reckon I should try one where I just level out a little bit?
Yeah. How was your back wheel then?
Yeah.
That's been
With hips it just seems to be like looser the better.
Yeah.
I think that's like, I think I'd be pretty happy to try and hit everything in a run, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're a bit far on that one. Jeez. Oh. Oh. Yo. Oh man, absolutely class. So pretty stoked to finally get through every jump and feature on the freeride line at Revs. Thanks to Nikki for the pointers and the encouragement. A massive thanks to James and the boys at Revolution Bike Park for letting us come and ride the freeride line today while it's still closed. Hopefully by the time you guys watch it, this place will be open, so please go and check their website to see that. If you have any questions about the jumping technique, please comment below, and I'd usually say I would get back to you, but maybe get Nikki to help me on the pointers there. And if you have any questions about the bikes, again, please comment below and the guys from Marin will be happy to help. But we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.